Right, now, to give us more perspective in terms of how this budget, of course, will play out for the Indian economy, we're joined in this broadcast by Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, who's the chairman, Naretco, and the Hiranandani Group, is, of course, joining us live on this broadcast. In your assessment, it is difficult for a finance minister to make everyone happy, but this time round, the middle class seems to be smiling after listening to the finance minister. Do you think the finance minister has done enough to address the concerns of the middle class?
Well, there's never enough. In Hindi, we say, "Dil mange more." And what has happened is, in fact, she has done a wonderful job. On one side, the fiscal deficit has been put under control, which is extremely important because she wanted to do inflation control, which was important for the economy to see that it is there. And second, she has been able to help not only the middle class, but also to be able to do expenditure in various sectors of the economy in terms of investing in agriculture, in terms of social welfare, in terms of various aspects of the economy, which have actually requires to be done. So flag-offs of many of the sectors are extremely important in order to see that the continued growth and employment in India should continue simultaneously with the top line growth of the GDP, which is 6.2%, which is the highest in the world at this point of time, but not enough for the economy to grow at that rate. We need at least 8% plus if we want to achieve the Prime Minister's target of Viksit Bharat by 2030. So I think more has to be done in that sense of the term, but a lot has been done in this sector, which I'm really happy about.
Indeed. Now, job creation is something that you mentioned briefly there. The real estate sector is one of the biggest creator of jobs. For the real estate sector, what is your takeaway from this budget?
I have a little detailed figure to share with you. The point is very simple. We are the second largest employer after agriculture in India. We employ at today's date more than 71 million workers.
Right.
But unfortunately, only 13 million of them are skilled. We actually need 23 million skilled workers today, which means we are almost 10 million short or 1 crore workers short today for skills. And what skills are we talking about? We are talking about carpenters, plumbers, electricians, painters, marble layers, fitters, and people like that. In 2030, because of the growth of infrastructure and housing, we will be needing 100 million workers, and out of which we need 33 million to be skilled out of them, which means we will need 2 crore additional workers, skilled workers, to be trained by them. And all the provisions that we are talking about are not adequate enough to see the present position, forget the growth. Our company would be short by 500 workers today, skilled workers, in this segment. So the issue is, on one side, we have done a lot in terms of the middle class, but at the same time, we need to focus more on skilling of the country while we are doing IIMs, IITs, research and other things. I think a more bigger focus on skilling will actually handle a lot of the unemployment problem.
This moment in 2025, you're short by 10 million skilled workers for the real estate sector. It's almost paradoxical. There is a crisis of jobs where people are not able to get jobs. And here you're saying that there are 10 million jobs that are going begging. How does the government bridge this?
So it's not impossible to do so. See, because of technology, we could probably skill the workers on the sites itself by having them in terms of on the sites which are already construction workers on sites from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Ahmedabad to Kolkata. We have hundreds of thousands of sites. If each of them could, through remote VC and others, provide additional training along with the construction thing, where you could involve the corporate entities, government contractors, and other people to also train these workers. And finally, certification could be done by another agency instead of training to be done by the government agencies. I think a lot of solution to this problem will happen.
One of the key requirements of any budget is to try and ensure that the rate of growth goes up. At this moment, do you think with the changes that have been announced and with the policy measures that have been put in place, can India attract more investment from abroad to try and increase the rate of growth in India?
So I visited Davos this month, and the interest in India is humongous. Of course, a lot of people are just waiting for other issues like the policies which may come from Trump. A lot of companies which are China +1 are looking at investments into India for manufacturing and services. So that is already happening. But overall, I think with the trade barriers going up, the opportunities of India, in fact, are going higher because each country has to now do things which otherwise they were importing from other countries. So I think the opportunity in the next 5 years for India, especially because of the demographics that we have, are going to be very, very good.
Very interesting. Thank you very much, Dr. Hiranandani, for joining us with that perspective, sir.
Thank you.